absurd seems completely sane.
I'm going to leave the majestic glow around my skull because I am, and I'm the only one, the Jesus Christ of Wall Street. The Moses of money, the Abraham of assets, the Barak of bread, the Cain of cash, the David of ducats, the Elijah of earnings, the Frank of funds. Was there a Frank in the Bible? I don't know. Where you want to get started? Let's get started with the good news. Apparently I'm doing something right. Somebody just handed me a whole boatload of money that I could trade now. So I'm good. Secondly, I'm going to be able to use that boatload of money to hang on to some more of the positions that I like, because I still think this market showed us the bottom 3 weeks ago, gave us an indication that this bottom might be a good bottom to hold. And obviously QQQ, we added the SVXY and the UVXY is crashing. But let's pull it back for a second. I couldn't be more blatant on the stocks I wanted you to buy by mentioning them over and over and over again. I even named the video, POT, US Steel, ATI. I don't even know which symbols were there, but I mentioned it. It's been the same 20 symbols now for weeks, and we've been adding or subtracting as we go along. The FCX was one of the mistakes that we made by, there was that day where it gapped up over 7 and we sold into it. But let me just give you the list again. No reason to sell US Steel. Never thought we'd see the stock at 666 or 725. So unless this thing rolls over and breaks, I think I got 1040 as a warning area, maybe 980. Even bought Alcoa the other day, finally back. ATI, POT, Joy Global. Today we added WMB, Devon Energy. We added CLDX. So you're writing these down because this is important. Because now that these stocks are all breaking out, the 180-day VWAP, something I don't hardly talk about, is coming into play. Now that we're making a turn on a lot of these stocks, they're gravitating towards the 180-day VWAP, which ATI hit that today. I thought maybe I should sell it, so I actually was going to sell it, but I decided not to sell it. ATI, stock's up. Now, here's the thing about some of these stocks. Hello, they're up 100%. 100% on a stock! We're not even talking about the options. Forget about the options. I mean, we bought the Potash of Saskatchewan options. Remember the $17 calls that we were going out to September? I was like, you buy the $17 call for $1. What are you risking? You're risking $1. Stock goes back to 17, 18 bucks. You're probably going to make, 100% of your money. Boom. Now, the ones I'm very disappointed on, how much I despise everything. Analysts, Wall Street, high-frequency trading, market makers. What we're doing now is the way to compete with high-frequency trading is low-frequency trading. Compete with the high frequency by doing low frequency. Forget about the ripping up and the gyrations of the stock. You got a target. Ignore all the motion in between, because that's what got us out of the WMB in the first place. And here we are buying WMB back today. Where did we price that one? Yeah. I wound up buying WMB basically 2 points higher from where I sold it, because that's why I like it that much. And the CLDX. Now, the only thing about the CLDX, and I hope you're writing these symbols down because this is important. I'm actually giving you symbols and prices and price targets. Now, the POT, the POT, remember why we bought it. 3 downgrades and bad earnings, and the stock went green that day. We've been in it ever since. That was at $15.50. Still in the stock. Finally broke out today, so we bought a little bit more yesterday with anticipation of the breakout today. Today we got the breakout targets $22.50. Now, I don't know if these stocks are going to get to my targets. I also have outs. Now, I'm not going to give you all the ins and outs because that's what the guys in there are paying for. No, nobody pays me for anything. I'm just actually, I don't even have a chat room. just email me or phone call, and we'll talk about what I could provide, if I could provide anything. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm on Sudafed, NyQuil, and like some heroin right now, so I don't even know. Am I making a video right now? What's happening? I do know one thing. When the market starts to stabilize, the UVXY crashes. Yeah, so you guy out there, you want to freaking debate me about the merits of the UVXY? Oh, you're going to get trapped short one day. No, you're not. It's built to go down. You understand this? The market doesn't even have... The market now would have to go down 30%. All right? The Dow would have to be down 1,000 points tomorrow to get this thing to stop moving. You understand? It only goes up in huge, heightened, volatile, scary moments. Ebola, we thought the world was coming to an end. China was imploding, we thought the world was coming to an end. Flash crashes every once in a while, you get the VIX spike. But what happens as soon as it starts to stabilize? Oh, Jesus Christ. As soon as the market starts to stabilize, the UVXY crashes. It's down 50% now. 50. Down 50%. That's why the SVXY needs to be a core portfolio holding, but the only thing about the SVXY, that also has slippage. Now, if I'm talking about things that you don't understand, this is the moment where you need to get in touch with me so we could walk you through it. And if you want to really take this serious, which you should be, because this is now the buying opportunity of a lifetime. Whether or not oil rolls over or these stocks rolling back over, it doesn't matter. Right now, in this moment, the shorts are running scared. Who the hell wants to be short these stocks anymore? But they're holding on. Oh, and they're hoping. Crush them. Destroy these people. Even Solar City, Fitbit, GoPro. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Now, somebody out there should, well, you told us that you like that stock data, and it was down 4 points today. So? We bought the stock at 41.50. We bought some at 40.50 and 41.50. Yeah, I thought it might hit 50 by the end of this week, and it went down 4 points today, but that brings me to why I even trade. The reason... The story is, I used to be a broker. Hey, Mr. Joe's got I used to manage a portfolio for me and a couple of guys, right? And then I would say, you know what? Why not, instead of trading and selling your stock and then having to buy it back, why not keep the core portfolio over there? Let's open up a separate account so when the stocks are weak, we'll short them that day and just try to offset some of the losses in the portfolio, otherwise known as hedging. You know, hedge funds don't actually do that anymore. Hedge fund, you know, do you know most hedge funds don't actually hedge? That's what's the most brilliant thing about the whole concept of hedge funds. Do you know that a couple of hedge funds out there, they raise like $20 million, they buy 6 stocks and they hope for the best. The guys with the hedge fund returns, that these monumental returns, is because they got lucky. They own 6 stocks, all 6 did well, and the fund's up 30% for the year. The idea of a hedge fund from when I grew up, back in the day, was that these were actively managed portfolios and they were hedging, selling calls, buying puts, and managing the portfolio by hedging. That was the whole concept. So you would have an active manager other than just a mutual fund where they bought stocks and hoped for the best. But now most hedge funds that I'm familiar with, these are just guys that are pulling their money together and they're buying stocks and hoping for the best. You know, then there's obviously hedge funds that just do shorting. But the idea of the hedge fund actually hedging doesn't really exist as it used to. So that's where I came in. So like the stock data today, you don't see it on the chart, there was no reason, and I didn't want to sell the stock because I think within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month, I thought the stock was going to go to 51.50. I was amazed that it went from 41 all the way up to 49 today that quickly. I was hoping it'd be a little bit, you know, consolidation, give me a chance to buy some more. But anyway, went right there, got parabolic, and that's why you had a 4-point pullback today. But the moral of the story is today was a short. It was one of the best trades that I'm not going to say we did it because we didn't do it, because I'm not going to bullshit you. Because at 49, it looked like it was going to have a nice day, and then it rolled over, broke the VWAP. I felt like I missed the good entry, and then it wound up plummeting 4 points. Now, Again, I don't know whether or not some of the guys did the trade, because I was screaming, you want to be shorting data right here as it's breaking the VWAP. I didn't do it because I just was a little bit slow on the keyboard. Plus, I was buying ATI and FCX and US Steel and Alcoa this morning, so data kind of slipped through the cracks, and it is what it is. But data represents all that we do. Own some stocks, trade around those core positions. So anyway, if you're paying attention, all we did in the last couple of days, we still got the FE. All right, you want the list? I'll blast them up here for you, what I own. Because I own a lot of stocks right now. It's crazy. I'm scared. I'm scared about what I own. Now, I say, when do you sell these stocks, right? Usually I sell them when they gap up and they roll over. But what did that get me on the FCX? It got me a big fucking dick in the ass. Oh, what? There was that day where FCX opened up at around 720, rolled over and went negative, and it went down to like 660. And I'm thinking, great sell there, buddy, at whatever it was, 711. And where is it now? $9. So what did I get? I got nothing. I got nothing now. I got a stock that's up 300%, and I got nothing now. Anyway, so I'm trying not to sell. I'm trying. The ATI was saying sell, sell, sell. I'm like, yeah, screw it. I'll wait till tomorrow. See, you can say, let's see what happens if you're up 80% on a trade. If you're down and you're taking it overnight and you're saying, let's see what happens. Maybe it'll get better tomorrow. That's when it usually gets worse. I don't mind hanging on to some ATI or WMB or CLDX or Devon Energy right now because they're all breaking out. POT, Joy Global, all those stocks. I own them all. And I've been buying 100 shares. Every time they pull back, I put another 100 shares on. I'm getting a little bit to the point where I need to sell some stuff. But that's why now that I have a couple of guys that I'm going to have some extra money, I'm going to be able to hang on to some more positions. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, all right. I just want to recap, just throw a couple of things out there for you. SVXY going to 50 by May 1st. I think the market, again, you want to hear this? I think the market's going to rally every day from March through April into the middle of May, and then we'll take a quick pause, and then we'll be at Dow 20,000 by the end of the year. What? Oh, you thought I was giving up on Dow 20,000, did you? Trump for president, Clinton for president, doesn't matter. And guess what? If my prediction of Dow 20,000 is wrong, who gives a shit? Because there's going to be about, 2,655 different ideas from tomorrow till January. When my prediction was what? January 17th of 2017, the Dow would be at 20,000. And we were right on schedule. I mean, you can't begrudge me nothing. I was saying Dow 20,000 when the Dow broke 8, bitches.
Why do you always gotta throw the curses in there? Some people get very offended by that. Do ya?
Let me see that date again. Sorry. January 20th, 2017. That was when I said the market will officially hit its top. Well, that was a little premature. But in one of my videos, earlier I thought 2016 would be the time to get out. Whatever. None of it matters now because we got to do something tomorrow, right? So email me, call me, do all that fancy stuff, and I'll throw some of those tickers at you. Let's see if I can get that fancy stuff to work. All right. I'm not going to rattle on anymore. It was a solid day. SVXY, I'm embarrassed that I only got those measly 200 shares left. Had 1,000 at 32, and you know the story. Anyway, big.